Okay, today I have a 5 milliliter ViVi Nova from Time East. We're going to be going over this. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion of it. I actually won this in a contest on ECF from Time East, and it took quite a while to get here, but you know, it's not in the United States, it's in China, so you know, it's obviously going to take quite a while. This one was actually on the slow boat, so anyway, let's get into it. So the tank's blue, the drip tip's blue, bottom's chrome. It's got some knurling here to help you unscrew this. You don't unscrew this to fill the tank, you unscrew this to replace the head on the ViVi Nova. Okay, it has some kind of markings here in black. It's like a logo of some sort, but I have never been able to figure out what it is, and I can't figure out what it says even in the proper lighting. It's just really hard to see, but it is like about as big as my fingernail. It just doesn't show up very well. It's also marked, and it tells you basically where you're at as far as juice level, which is nice. Pretty much all of them have that nowadays. But one thing I'm going to say is, if you ever take this tank apart, which I did to clean it out when I got it, don't tighten it down too tight, because it seems like it's going to take pliers to get it back off, okay? But how you refill this is you just take the drip tip off just like any other C4 Stardust or anything like it, okay? And also, this tip can be changed out with other types. Like, say if you wanted to knock stuff over, you could use a stainless steel drip tip if you got it, okay? The resistance of the stock head that is on top is 2.4 milliliters. I'm going to be vaping this at 3.7 volts, and the reason that the voltage is so low is because the draw on this thing is so tight. Now, I tried vaping this thing non-stop so I can get a really good idea of how it works, but I couldn't last all day with this because my mouth started hurting because of the tight draw in there. Okay, it's definitely tighter than a ViVi Nova. It's tighter than an MT3, MT3S, whatever. It's tighter than any eye clears, the C4. Hopefully I hadn't said that already, but it's really tight. I just want to say that, and I want to say that it's not tight like, you know, plugging the end of the straw, but it's tight enough that when the juice gets lower and you get a little bit more burning at the top, you get a little bit of burning taste because the coil's up here at the top, and so therefore you just want to keep the voltage low. And let me see the markings here. You don't really want to get it below 3.5 mil, which, you know, is kind of counterproductive. I guess you could turn it down if you wanted to, but something's going to have to give there, obviously, you know, so that's the way that it vapes. But let me actually give you a visual, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Puts out some nice vapor. The flavor is somewhat muted. I hate to say that, but it really is. And the reason that it is somewhat muted is just, I mean, it's probably because there's just not enough airflow in there, you know. It's on the verge of being too hot. I think everybody's pretty much been there and done that, so you know what I'm talking about. But this thing here, what does it cost? This cost $18 for a 5-pack at Time East. So that averages out to $3.30? No. $3.60. I'm sorry about that. $3.60 is what it averages out to. So, would I recommend this? That's hard. I wouldn't recommend it for somebody who vapes like me. If this is something you have in rotation for like leaving the house, maybe you want to go to the store and it's already full and something else you have on your PV is empty, then yeah, it's cool. Slap it on there. You got plenty of juice for on the go. But it will not, if you're like a moderate to open draw, it's not going to be something that you'll probably love per se. But as far as the looks go, I think it looks pretty darn cool. So that's going to do it for the Time East 5 milliliter Humongo ViVi Nova Atomizer. Thank you for watching.